Those who haven't caught COVID yet, how have you managed to avoid it? I'm always congested. COVID can't get in. I'm almost 7 tall. I believe I am breathing from a different air supply than most other people. Anytime I see a COVID particle coming at me, I duck. __/. I hate people and I don't like to be touched. I got a brain tumor and I got isolated in a hospital about 1 year ago, and now I'm just trying to keep distance from people at it. Thank you all. I am very grateful for all the support and I am very thankful for everything and everyone. I haven't had it yet and I don't know how it's possible. All my colleagues, my whole family, and my friends have had it. Me live in cave. Me never see people. I didn't avoid COVID, COVID avoided me. My mother has tested positive twice but was never sick. If people don't feel sick and don't get tested, it doesn't mean they never caught COVID. I am incredibly lonely at it. To the people DMing me, you are good people, don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. I suspect I'm just immune to it at this point. I had every reason to catch it. Easy, I haven't left the house. There is a current study going on to answer this question. Google Super Dodgers. Stay away from kids. I leave my house maybe 3 or 4 times a week. It's easy when you're already an introvert. LOL.edit. For context. Pre-COVID, I used to commute 5 days a week and go out on weekends. I'm extremely asocial, like literally a hermit. I went to a friend's engagement party in November and it was the first social event I had been to in 3 years. I was social distancing before it was cool. Edit. There, I changed it to a social. Now shut the fuck up. I'm immunocompromised, so I've had a litany of reasons why it would be a good reason to set up as many barriers to keep myself away from it. Considering I have already damaged lungs from a genetic lung condition, it would make things worse on me than it already is. That being said, I've done the following: wore a mask in heavily populated areas inside and outside. I already wear a mask in the hospital for checkups every 3 months for nearly 20 years now. I don't understand the massive amount of bitching about having to wear one minus some uncomfortableness. Had a bottle of hand sanitizer on me for emergency hand washing. Generally tried to give about 3 to 6 feet distance from people, stayed away from others who were sick as best I could. Got the COVID booster/flu vaccination each time they were ready to be administered. 2 years now and minus a cold or allergies. No flu and no COVID. I work construction, so I'm outside a lot. Small group of co-workers. Small responsible group of friends. Got vaxxed and wash my hands. Mask and lots of hand sanitizer and washing hands. Last Christmas my wife and I went to our family party and were the only ones masked. We were the only ones to not catch COVID from my aunt. Shit works. I am very 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 antisocial. I took basic, common sense precautions to lower the chances of catching/spreading it and leveraged my own anxiety for good measure. I was preparing for this all my life. I developed a terribly crippling social anxiety for 18 years. Even my parents helped by then chasing me out of the house by being absolute terrible pieces of shit. I found a place to move into and haven't gone outside for more than 1 hour a day since then. My anxiety superpower made me keep a distance from people even before any pandemic did. I'm more powerful than you could ever imagine. I still wear my mask. Never had a positive test. However, that doesn't mean I haven't caught COVID. Many people catch COVID and are asymptomatic, so it is difficult to be sure that one hasn't caught it. I hate people. Simple. Wearing a mask, washing your hands, avoiding large crowds. As someone who deals with OCD on a daily basis, sanitization of my hands and the objects I own has been a routine of mine way before COVID. I teach public school and have 2 kids. At one point, everyone in my house had it, but I still tested negative. I think I'm either A, immune, or B, had a very mild case and didn't know it. And, of course, I'm vaccinated. I do nothing but stay home. Washing my hands. Wore a mask. Got all the shots. Stayed away from crowds. So far, so good. I think it's a combination of things, but it's mainly I probably have had it, but I've probably been just asymptomatic or have such minor symptoms that they are mistaken for other stuff, cold/allergies/sinus issues. Could be immunity. I've got the latest booster too and wasn't around a ton of people during the pre-vaccine days. The 5 Ds. Dodge. Home office, wearing a mask, using public transport. I'm the only person in my local grocery store that still wears a mask. Being a shut-in. LOL. By being an introvert. I'm obviously a shill/sheep, but I just followed public health recommendations, wore a mask when appropriate, washed/sanitized my hands regularly, especially before eating. I'm a germaphobe. No more explanation needed. By living in New Zealand. I'm still WFH, I still mask almost everywhere. I have a very small group of friends I see, and I've gotten every shot I can. I have no earthly idea. My husband was exposed twice, Didn't catch it. My 4 kids have been in person at school except for the spring on 2020, none of them have caught it. My boss and several co-workers have tested positive in the middle of the workday and gone home. I still haven't had so much as a sniffle. I have a generally very robust immune system. I rarely get sick, I get a cold or 2 every winter, but other than that, I haven't been sick in over 7 years, but with COVID I just assumed I would get it at some point. Not so far. Good question. I'm a dad of 2 kids, elementary age school children. Everyone in the family has gotten each vaccine/booster the day they become available. The only indoor places I have visited unmasked since COVID arrived have been my house, my partner's house, and my car. I watch COVID numbers carefully. When they begin to increase, my kids have to wear masks all day at school. Not caught up on the vaccine, boosters and pictures of you unmasked and eating at restaurants all over social media. You're not invited to Thanksgiving this year. I don't care if you thought I was joking. I don't care if you drove 2 hours without an invite and thought I'd let you in. I don't care if your kids are crying. Here's a doggy bag to eat in the car. Go home. No, you can't come in to use the bathroom. If someone gets it, we all wear masks inside for the next 10 days. So far that last one was the only one that really and truly sucked. So far only happened once. If it has any correlations, but I jerk off 3 to 4 times a day every day. Wear a mask, boosted, sanitize stuff, wash hands, keep personal space. I truly have no idea. There were multiple occasions where I should have had it. I was quarantined in tight quarters with a group of COVID-positive girls, didn't get it. I shared chapstick with someone COVID-positive, didn't get it. But, I've also had both vaccine doses and 2 boosters, so I'll say it was science on my side. Edit. I see some of the trolls in the comments, so I want to add this before they reply. I know you can still get COVID when vaccinated. I just happen to be someone who was vaccinated and didn't get COVID. Fully vaxxed and boosted, and absolutely still masking when I go into stores. When I need to do something like plane travel, I have higher quality masks than my daily wear to work ones. I work at a university. I'm honestly surprised I haven't caught it, at least that I know about. I will continue to be careful, but I know that's no guarantee on not catching it. Edit to correct my undercaffeinated typo. N95 equivalent mask on at all times outside. Avoid crowds / being near other people whenever possible. Give the unmasked a particularly wide berth. Still ongoing self-imposed ban on going to the cinema. When I do choose to eat out, wear a special mask that covers only my nose when I eat. Be strict and thorough about washing hands. Carry sanitizer and isopropyl alcohol spray in my handbag. Disinfect toilet seats and flush lever with alcohol. Shower, change into fresh clothes and disinfect all belongings and clothes used outside with alcohol after coming in from outside. When ordering food delivery, wash all straws and disposable cutlery before use. Pop vitamin C and selenium supplements regularly. Get plenty of sleep, exercise, and hydration. It's a lot to do, but it's fairly simple as well. Procedures suggested by a smart friend. Has worked well for us so far, neither has been truly infected as far as we know. I really have no fucking idea. I traveled a lot this summer too. But wore a mask a lot, especially on the plane. Masks, avoiding large crowds, and vaccines and boosters. Wearing a good mask and avoiding most social gatherings. That said, I've been to 3 concerts, 3 conventions, flown twice, and everyone around me has caught it, but I still haven't. I might be immune, but considering how susceptible I am to disease normally, and my respiratory issues, I really doubt it. I just think wearing a KN95 mask actually works. I'm a children's therapist, so I just gave Jesus the wheel. Knocks on woods, but actually I religiously mask, wash and sanitize everything, and quadruple vaxxed, and I plan on getting one whenever they're available. Crippling health anxiety FTW. Mask up, vaccinated, avoid crowds, and dumb luck. I have a heart condition. There's a big chance that COVID could kill me. I can't afford to be stupid. Vaccines, masks, you know, the shit they told us to do. People are gross. They can all go away. Combination of a few things. Wife and I are PhD biostatisticians in a department of public health at an academic research hospital, so we understand the risks a bit better than the average person and how to take appropriate measures to prevent it. We started wearing N95 masks indoors immediately and still continue to wear them inside public places today. We've had access to the vaccine since 2 weeks after it was released, and have stayed updated with every booster shot as frequent as possible. Since we're statisticians, we can do all our work on a computer from home. Our daughter was 6 months old when COVID started, and my 70-plus-year-old father-in-law has been immunocompromised with stage 4 lung cancer since before COVID. This has led us to take great caution and make a lot of sacrifices out of safety. Edit. To highlight some of the sacrifices we've had to make: we've had periods of time without childcare during COVID surges, when we've taken our daughter out of daycare. This meant taking a hit and working less than full-time and relying on some help from grandparents. We're fortunate to have flexible schedules in this regard. Last year we pulled her during the Omicron wave for all of January, February, and half of March. We have generally refused to be around family or friends that refuse to get the vaccination and stay up to date with boosters. Thankfully, this has applied to just a small group of people in our circle. Our only travel has been by car, and to do activities/vacations without crowds we have eaten indoors at a restaurant 5 times in 3 years. Fortunately, most places around us have good outdoor options and takeout options. We have missed out on many weddings, birthday, and holiday gatherings that occurred during COVID surges. We've been able to attend a few friends' weddings during safer periods of time when COVID cases were extremely low relatively speaking. We had not attended any large events since the pandemic started until just last weekend when I took my daughter to Disney on Ice, and we both wore N95 masks the entire time. I hope to attend a concert next year again. Wearing a mask, not dealing with people who refuse to wear a mask, and stopped going to large gatherings. All those years of licking doorknobs to build my immunity paid off. No kids is probably what is doing it for me. That and WFH full time. Keep your dirty dick beaters out of your face. Don't rub your eyes, don't bite your nails, don't pick your nose. And be an antisocial mildly germophobic person to begin with. The wife had it confirmed twice and I still haven't tested positive once.